of Agriculture, Sonny Perdue. Mr. Secretary, good to have you on the program this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning, Maria. Good to be with you.
What do you want to hear from the president today? What's most important to the farmers this morning?
Well, I think the president needs to communicate to farmers today that he's all for a fair, free trade deal with Nafta. He's a tough negotiator, and he wants a good deal for American farmers and the American economy and the American people.
Is he going to be able, though, to deliver that message, knowing that a lot of people are nervous about any changes to Nafta?
Well, obviously, Nafta has been generally good for American agriculture, as well as Canada and Mexico, and farmers understand that. They're also under a lot of duress over overproduction worldwide over the last 4 or 5 years. Agricultural commodity prices are very low, and some are at break-even or less than break-even prices, and that puts a lot of stress on farmers' incomes and farm families. I think the president can convince them that while he's a tough negotiator, he's expecting Canada and Mexico to come to the table and have a renewed, modernized NAFTA that will be good for American agriculture.
And how should it change, sir? How would you like to see it change?
Well, again, if we look at contracts in America today, you look at the changes from 25 years ago. No internet, no connectivity, those kinds of things. There's a modernization of effort here. We've got situations in Canada where when the president talks about unfair trade deals, we don't have access to Canada's dairy or egg market. And those are the kinds of things that must change. If we're going to have free trade, let's free trade. I'm confident that our farmers can produce and compete with anyone on the planet.
Well, is there any reason to believe that Mexico and Canada will open the window to duty-free exports of billions of dollars in U.S. products? I mean, where are we in terms of what they're willing to do to change?
Well, again, we've seen movement from Mexico. I believe all three countries want a deal, but Canada has been very reticent to make changes. But the president's determined that we're going to have a modernized NAFTA that benefits fairly the American people, the American economy, and the American farmer. And I think, as I said, he's a tough negotiator, and he believes that you have to be willing, obviously, to walk away from a deal if people are not willing to deal fairly. And that's where we are. That's where he is. I believe at the end of the day, we will get a modernized NAFTA with these provisions that we've laid on the table in discussions with Mexico especially, and I believe Canada will come along as well.
Well, how willing or how far are you willing to go? I mean, are you going to take this to the mat in terms of walking away from a deal if, in fact, they don't come to the middle?
Well, the president is his own negotiator, and he's good at it, frankly, and I think he's brought that type of style worldwide, but we're renewing American respect across the globe, and I think these people and these other countries understand that he's very serious about it. NAFTA, while NAFTA has been good for America, it needs modernizing. He knows that, we know that, and our other countries know that, but with Mexico and Canada, and I'm convinced that we'll be able to get there.